Dan Colberg. I hope I'm live. I'm having some issues with Facebook Live at the moment, so if you're watching this, please say hi. How are you going today? It's always nice to hear where everybody's up to. And yeah, oh, now it tells me I've been going for 10 seconds, so lovely to see you. Today, I wanted to talk about life lessons from my 5-year-old. So, yesterday afternoon, I was watching The Last Airbender with my son Casimir, and he was watching it. I was kind of scrolling my phone, not really listening. And anyway, he turns to me and he's like, "Mummy, firebenders are bad." And I was like, "Why?" And he said, "Because fire can burn people and fire is a bad thing." And I was like, "But fire can also keep us warm, like fire cooks our food." And he's like, "No, all the other benders, the air benders, the water benders, the earth benders, they're good and fire benders are bad." And I found this fascinating. And I was saying, "Well, what's good about these other types?" And he was, talking about it. And it got me thinking about like marketing and messaging and how we don't question what we're shown by a TV, by an authority figure, by something else. We just take it on. Like the show has portrayed that the firebenders are the bad ones and the other ones are good. And he's just now preaching this to anybody who will listen. So when I said to him, I'm like, "Well, waterbenders could be bad." And he's like, "Why?" I'm like, "Well, water could drown people." And he's like, "Well, what could earthbenders do that would be bad?" And I was like, "Well, you could get buried alive." And then I realised I'm not having the nicest conversation with my son or sending him good life lessons. But you might be like, "Where on earth are you going with this?" But what it had me thinking about, like what I learned about, weight loss from the last airbender is how often have we taken on board, there's only one way to do this. Like I have to diet, I have to restrict, I have to give up my favourite things. I have to do it this way because this is what I've been told and I haven't thought to question it. What if it was allowed to be easy? What if you could lose weight eating whatever you want? Because, the same fire that burns people is also the fire that brings life, gives us warmth, gives us food, allows us to cook. The same, water that we drink and need for nourishment can also drown us. It's all in how we position it and how we picture it. So what are the stories you're telling yourself about your weight? That I have to diet, I have to restrict, I have to do it this way. Says who? And how have those things worked out for you? Because for me, like my own personal weight journey, I had a 30-year dieting history of yo-yo dieting, and I was so stuck to this is the way I have to do it. And I had some results. Like I lost 40 kilos, gained it all back with interest. 60 kilos, gained it all back with interest. I was so attached to the idea that I wasn't trying hard enough. I didn't have enough motivation. It was like the fire is burning you. The water is the only way. When I stepped back from that and looked, what are the stories I'm telling myself? Because like this might not be the most popular opinion, and I'm not saying it's the healthiest way to do it. I'm a weight loss coach, not a health coach, not a nutritionist or a naturopath. But I really believe for the vast majority of us, we simply eat too much. We don't need to stop eating certain things. We don't need to change. Like they would probably be better for our health, but in terms of our weight, if we simply ate less, because how many times do we like, okay, I've got the chocolate here. I'm going to eat it all now because tomorrow I might never be able to eat it again. So on some level, you're kind of lying to yourself, but you say you're never going to have it again. So you eat it all now because tomorrow is the land of I'm going to be great. I'm going to be amazing. I saw this meme the other day that made me laugh so much. It was this lady lying on the floor and she's like, when I was at the shops earlier, I told myself I wasn't feeling snackish, so I didn't buy anything. And now in the cold light of the evening, I wish I bought snacks. Like that's the reverse of like the dieting mentality. Whenever you say, last one, this is my food funeral, this is my last hurrah, I'm never going to do this again. On some level that you're lying to yourself. What if you didn't need to never do this again? What if you could just have a couple of bites and be done? All that conditioning of, I've never been able to do this before, I'm a foodie, I eat all the chocolate in sight, I just have to smell chocolate and I gain weight. All them stories. What if they were crap? Like the firebenders all being bad. Anyway, hope this has been helpful. I could really get going on this, but it's just passionate and how, something in a frame that we've never thought to question, how that can be so, changing for our mindset around weight loss. If anything stood out, I'd love to hear your takeaways. #takeaway. Let me know like what landed for you in this. Because, these are the takeaways. That's the other thing. Takeaway has a connotation of bad. Takeaway is bad for you. But when you, watch my videos or other people that you like, and take the takeaways that are going to take you closer to your goals, what a new way of framing takeaway. Hope that's been helpful. I'm Suzanne Kohlberg. Thanks for watching. Bye.